Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Where today I'm excited to talk to you about my new Heckler and Koch 45C, compact version of the 45 ACP handgun from Heckler and Koch. Um, amazing gun. Super excited about it. I'll tell you a little bit about why I got it, and then we'll do a tabletop unboxing kind of thing, and I'll let you go. So thanks again for tuning in. In case you are new to my channel, I'm really kind of documenting my history as an old guy who's a new gun owner. And I've had a whole bunch of great 9mm, which are awesome. I even monkeyed around with some 7.62 Tokarevs, love those too. But when I started experimenting or thinking about trying to go to man-sized bullets, the big stuff, I really was actually looking for 10mm. And the gun I really wanted was a SIG P220 10mm Legion, but those cost more than like a car. Not really, but they're very expensive. And then also you can find the Glock for actually about the third of the price of the SIG, and they're pretty readily available. But once I held the Glock, it just didn't feel good. Like it literally hurt my hand. Left-handed, and the mag really dug into my finger and the knuckle rubbed underneath there, so it just really didn't feel good. So at some point I'm going to get a Glock and shoot it and probably own one, but so far I just can't seem to like them. But I was torn between 45 and 10mm, saw 45s everywhere, nothing really struck my fancy. I had seen this guy on the H&K website, but I'd never seen one in person, like Unicorn. I didn't think they existed really. And then when I finally found one and touched it and held it, oh my goodness, it is perfect in your hands. It's a great, as with all H&Ks, the ergonomics are phenomenal. Again, as I researched a lot about guns. One thing I didn't research or know was the pedigree of this gun. You know, oftentimes reference pop culture. Like if you look at pop culture on this gun, there's not been that many movies. It's actually not been around that long, but it actually has a pretty nice pedigree. It was designed in 2006 by H&K to kind of an upgrade to the USP 45 program. USP is a nice feeling handgun as well. A little bigger, a little chunkier, not quite as ergonomically friendly, I guess I should say. But anyway, in 2006, they commissioned Larry Vickers to help design this gun for H&K and submit it for some of the military options for replacing the Beretta. Turns out it was really too expensive to replace those, and H&K is kind of expensive anyway. So nothing was replaced until recently. I think they changed from Beretta to the SIG 320. So anyway, short story long, this gun has quite a pedigree. In addition to being designed by Larry Vickers, I understand this was also one of the sidearms of the Navy SEALs on Operation Neptune Spear, I think, on the raid for bin Laden. So I'm not sure if it's a tactical version with the extended barrel, but or this one, but you know, it was a 45C for sure. And I guess if they'll knock somebody down, they'll take a gun that will hit everything and knock them down. So anyway, super excited about this gun. I'll do close-ups on the tabletop, but again, massive fan of this gun. This guy is going in my nightstand at night, right next to my SIG 220. And when the zombies come, I'm grabbing this guy, my SIG, and going to town. No, amazing gun. I hope you like the unboxing. Thanks for watching. All right, here we go with the unboxing. Starting with the box, basic plastic hard case box from H&K. So with all the details on the side there, crack that guy open. And my first taste of disappointment, and the only taste of disappointment I had, is when I opened the box up and I thought, that's it. Guess that's all I really need, but there's not a lot of other stuff in here. My first H&K came with an ammo loader, all kinds of other cool stuff. This guy came with a gun and 2 magazines. So this magazine is loaded, didn't come with the gun. Been practicing, shooting really big holes in paper. So check this guy out. So 2 magazines, 2 8-round magazines. There you go. These are made in Germany, although I do believe this gun is actually made in the United States. I'll do a real quick safety check before we take everything else out of the gun. Pull this guy back, lock it back, and there you go. All clear. So I'll set him aside for now. In the case itself, up top I have H&K sticker. So, and then in the bottom of the box, you got your obligatory lock and key. I have a bunch of these for sale if anyone needs to buy any because they're never been used. You have the owner's manual that came with it, actually, which is really insightful and really helpful. And I will tell you, it's pretty overwhelming when you see how many versions of this thing that they make. There's so many different versions of this pistol, of all the H&K pistols, really. And then you also get these additional O-rings I'll show you in a second, a lockout for the gun, which I'll never ever use, and probably going to talk about in this thing. And then the back strap. You come with 2 back straps. This is the This is the medium, I guess, and I guess it comes with a small on there. So the one that's on there feels great, but you can change the back strap if you need to. So that's what comes in the box. Now let's look at the gun, because that's the fun part. So bringing this guy back now, all cleared. Again, one of the reasons I like this gun too, again, the Glock didn't feel good in my hands for a 10mm. This one feels great, and it's ambidextrous. So I've got slide stop and slide release on for left-handers and also for right-handers. Notice how they actually look a little different. They're close, but not exactly the same. Well, my P30L is very similar. It's a totally different setup on this side than that side. But let me release this here, pull the trigger. It is a double action, single action pistol. So first pull, big heavy pull, cocks the gun. Second pull, short reset. Nice easy pull. I'm gonna show you the reset again. Super short reset. And there you go. My other H&K has the law enforcement modification, LEM. It took me forever to get used to that thing. This thing shot straight as an arrow right out of the box. So really short reset. Starting up front, you have front and rear cocking serrations. You have this amazing night sight up here. When you charge this thing, it has some daylight on it. It is amazing how that thing glows. So really nice sights on there as well. Let's see, slide stop, slide release on both sides. Also, my favorite features is this safety over here. I have one gun with I guess I have a couple guns with safety. This is a safety and decocker, so safety's on. Can't pull the trigger. You can still rack the gun, but you can't pull the trigger. Flip the safety off, and this actually functions as a decocker also, which I didn't know originally. Pull this guy down, and the gun is now decocked. So really handy, really intuitive, feels great. For me, it's really intuitive. My problem is I'm left-handed, so I have to actually reach over and set the safety. Oh, I actually have to reach over and turn the safety off and be ready to fire. So it does come available for a left hand or ambidextrous slide stop or safety release, safety switch, and decocker. However, I'll show you when I get this thing apart. That looks a little bit beyond my skill set to get in there and replace that. So I may have to send it to H&K or find the local gunsmith who can do it. They make the part. I found the part for ambidextrous because I let my wife be able to shoot it as well. She's right-handed, I'm left-handed. If not, again, I can get by on the side. It's not that big of a deal. What else? That's probably everything before I break it down. Again, I cannot tell you how good this gun feels. Probably my new everyday carry because it feels so good. But to take it down, what we're gonna do is take this notch and line it over this part of the slide stop there. Just pull this guy back over that. And on this side, I'm gonna push through on this, and this guy will pop up and come out. So if I just pull him forward, pull him backwards rather. Now on the back side, apply pressure with that little button. Let's see if I can get him pull it out now. There it goes, first time. So this guy just pulls right out. Then the gun slides right off, slides right off, slides right off. And there you go. There's the guts, little trigger mechanism. And you can see back here, here's where the safety and decocker is. And it can go through to this side as well. I just don't know how to get in there and do all that stuff. And since it's for safety, I probably shouldn't let my amateur hands touch that. So anyway, in the barrel, like all H&Ks, you've got this kind of recoil system in here, and this thing does shoot like a 9mm. I don't notice any more kickback in this one than my 9s, maybe even less. The recoil system, this thing is amazing. But just to take the spring off of this guy, there you go, and the barrel pops out. And there you go. There's the barrel. And here's the O-ring I mentioned earlier. They have this seated around the end of it, and you will notice when you put this back together, it does seat up pretty tight against the front of the gun to hold it in place, and that's for accuracy. They say when your accuracy drops, you can replace these after like several thousand rounds. I don't have any rounds in there, and my accuracy is not that good anyway, but I'll keep an eye on that. I don't know how to get it off, but I'm sure there's a YouTube video about that as well. So to put this back together, let's put this back in here. And again, the O-ring catches a little bit right there when you first bring it back in, but just seats right back up against it. Put this hook side down against the barrel. So I'll put that right back in there. Push this down a little bit, and it catches. There you go, good to go. Now to put the gun back together, reverse the steps, put the slide back on, pull it back. Get this hole lined up here, like so. Take the slide stop, insert in there. Let this guy drop right in there. Pushes right through, and you're good to go. big old heavy double action, big heavy double action, and then great reset. Again, another look at it, reset. Really smooth gun, shoots great, feels phenomenal. I just can't tell how good the thing feels in my hands. Again, you get a great big full grip on it with this extra little section at the bottom. I did order a 10-round mag, which have a little bit of an elephant foot, they call it, sticks out a little further. But this is probably my new everyday carry, and the gun I keep right next to my SIG 226 beside my bed at night in case something goes bump in the night. Putting the SIG in one hand and this in the other and going to get them. So great, great gun. Love this gun. H&K 45C. Thanks. Before I forget, we also do a quick size comparison. I'll compare this 45C to my full-size SIG 226 and my current everyday carry, the SIG P320X Compact. So hopefully it's going to be a little bigger than this one, a little smaller than this guy here. So we'll see. So I'll start with the big one first. Again, if you look at them barrel to barrel, let's go the way. The SIG is just slightly longer. I'll put them butt up that you can't see from this angle. Try this way. Put them against the same piece of stopping paste. This guy has the SIG on my right is a little bit longer. Height-wise, again, the SIG is just a little bit taller. From the grip on the back, grip to top, you see the SIG. Let's just line it down here as best I can. The SIG is slightly taller. Can't get this lined up perfectly, but thickness-wise, the H&K doesn't seem to be any thicker than the SIG 226 actually. I can't tell the difference in my hands as well. So as expected, it's a little smaller than the 226 and a little bigger than the 320. Move this guy out of the way. Put these two guys, again, barrel to barrel. Put them on top. Just a tad bit longer there. If I do them against the wall again, you can see that the SIG on my left is a little shorter. And if you look at the heights, if I can get them lined up on the back a little bit, not a lot of difference in the height actually. It's just a little bit longer on the H&K. So that's a comparison to the H&K 45 Compact and how size-wise it relates to the full-size 226 and the Super X Compact SIG 320. So thanks again for watching.